Today, let's talk about how to use Tesla code 3, 6, and 9 to detach and let go. Stay with me. Welcome back to Choosing Gratitude. I'm Karen from ChoosingGratitude.net, and on this channel, I share all the tools and resources to help you manifest your dream life. If you're new here, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell, and let's dive in. If you're into law of attraction, manifesting, you probably know the basics, right? You know that manifesting is all about clarifying your desires, let the universe know your desires, and then you need to let go and detach in order for the universe to deliver what you want to manifest to you. And most people have no problem telling the universe what they want, but they have the problem detach and let go. I get emails and messages all the time from Gratitude Tribe members asking me, Karen, I just don't know how to let go and detach. Karen, I just don't know how to let the universe do it because I'm so obsessed with my goal. So today I will help you solve this problem with a simple method called Tesla Code 369. If you have never heard of it, basically Tesla Code 369 is leveraging the divine numbers 3, 6, and 9. And this is basically based on the research of Nikola Tesla, a very famous scientist. And Nikola Tesla thinks that the numbers 3, 6, 9 have divine powers. And I'm going to leave out all the mathematical details and you can do all your research. Basically, we're going to leverage these numbers 3 and 6 and 9. When I first created the basic Tesla Code 369 manifestation method, I told you to craft a statement, right? And I want your statement to be longer than 17 seconds. And I want you to write clearly what you want, and I want you to write 3 times in the morning, 6 times during the day, and 9 times right before bed. So that's the basics of Nikola Tesla 369 manifestation technique. If this method works, just keep doing it. However, if you find that you start to get obsessed with your goals, if you feel that you just can't detach and let go, today I want to give you a statement that will address that issue, okay? So, talking about detach and letting go, let's first clarify something, okay? First of all, personally, I don't believe that you should detach. I believe that you should let go, but I don't believe that you should detach. Because detach basically means that you just sit back and you completely cut off from your goal, right? And that's A, impossible. B, even if it's possible, if you don't want something anymore, then how would you feel the joy when you finally get it? So I don't think detach is the right concept when it comes to this, even though, a lot of people are using this term. So I'm just borrowing this term, detach. However, I think it shouldn't be called detach. It's actually non-attachment. This is a Buddhist concept that the Buddha raised. The Buddha never said that you should detach from life. The Buddha said that you need to practice non-attachment. Non-attachment is the middle place, the middle way between being super obsessed and super attached and completely cut off, okay? Because we don't want neither of these extremes. And when you're in non-attachment, then life starts to flow. Then it's like you want this, but at the same time, you're okay not having it right now. So that is the perfect state of non-attachment. And if you say, well, Karen, I don't understand, I don't think I have ever reached to that point. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I want you to think about a TV drama, a drama series with multiple seasons or multiple episodes, and anything that you have really, really enjoyed, okay? It has to be something that you really, really enjoyed. I want you to go back to that feeling of the process of watching that drama. So when you're watching that drama, first of all, you have to be engaged, right, for the drama to be interesting. If there's a drama you're playing and you're really not interested in the plot, you're not interested in characters, then the drama is not fun, right? So that's the state of detachment, you see? That's not what I want you to do, okay? What I want you to do is to really enjoy the drama, which means you need to be somewhat attached, right? You need to be engaged. You need to be interested. So the drama has to be good enough to make you feel engaged. However, have you ever watched the drama and after watching a drama, you just can't stop thinking about it? You can't stop obsessing about it. If it gets to that point, then it becomes almost like an addiction, right? Then it doesn't feel as good, right? So sometimes when you have a drama like that, what do? You do something else so you don't think about that thing every day, right? So that is the perfect state I want you to get to, if that makes sense, all right? So to get to that perfect non-attachment place, you want to see your life as this very interesting drama. You have to be engaged in this drama. However, you can't be so obsessed that you can't eat, you can't sleep without this drama, okay? If you want to practice non-attachment, the most powerful way to practice this is using meditation. If you meditate daily, when you're sitting in meditation, you're naturally practicing non-attachment. You can also practice this when you watch your next favorite TV show. When you're watching it, you feel that space of non-attachment. When you're really enjoying it, you want to kind of pull back a little bit and ask yourself, you know what? I like this drama. I want to be perfectly non-attached to this drama. Try it, do it like a game. You're gonna enjoy it. And the point of life is that you need to enjoy the show, okay? I think you're clear about Tesla Code 369. You're clear about non-attachment. And the goal of today's video is to help you get to that non-attachment place by using Tesla Code 3, 6, and 9. First of all, let's craft a statement to help you get to that non-attachment place, but still, be engaged with what you want to manifest. How do you do that? The magic word is gratitude. Gratitude is really the magic ingredients that can turn obsession into non-attachment. So you may be saying, well, Karen, I want to manifest a great job, but I don't have it. How can I be grateful for not having it? Wait, I'm not asking you to be grateful for something you don't have. All I'm asking you to do is to look around and pay attention and watch for the seeds of what you want. This is the most important step that most people miss, okay? So every time when you want to manifest things, there has to be a seed of that in your life already. For example, let's say you want to manifest this great job. You want to ask yourself, why do you want this job? Who inspired you to manifest that job? What happened that made you want that? Or maybe there is a website you can go to that has the perfect description of your perfect job. That website, the fact that it exists, is a seed. Let's say you want to move to a different place. You must have seen the pictures of that place and you want to live there, right? So those pictures are the seeds. So all I'm asking you to do is to start collecting things in your life that gives you the feeling of what you want to manifest. And sometimes, physical objects don't even matter. You just want to have a sample of that feeling, okay? So for example, if you want to manifest more money, I want you to look around and notice in what area of life you already have enough financial resources, or you already feel abundant, or maybe the fact that you have something to eat today, or maybe you have a roof over your head. And these are things you already have, right? Even though they don't equal to the amount of money you want to manifest, they are still seeds of what you want. So you see, most people just want to manifest something out there and they abandon the seeds. But what you don't understand is that what you want grows out of the seeds of what you already have. It's impossible for you to want something without any seeds in your life. Does that make sense? For example, you probably wouldn't want to live in a space station right now, most of you. Why? Because in your life, there's nothing that inspires you to do that, right? There's nobody around you who inspires you to do that. Or maybe some of you do want to go live in a space station because someone you know is an astronaut or an aspiring astronaut. Or maybe you read books about that. Or maybe you watch videos about that. You see? So anything you want, you need to find the source of it, and then you need to offer gratitude. Now you may be asking, Karen, how does this seed have to do with my Tesla code 369? So here's the important part. You want to take 2 to 3 of these seeds, okay? Write them down. For example, the fact that I know about this job I want, the fact that I have a roof over my head, whatever it is, okay? I want you to write 2 or 3 of these, okay? So write it down. It can be concrete things, it can be just feelings, it can be people that inspired you to want what you want. And then you're going to start your statement with thank you for the divine seeds of 1, 2, and 3. Okay, does that make sense? So that's the first part of your Tesla code statement. And the second part, you're going to say, please allow these divine seeds to grow in my life and bring in more abundance, love, and joy, whatever feeling state you desire. You see, anything you want can be boiled down to a feeling place. I want you to just sit there and think about what is the feeling state of what you want. So you're just gonna plug it in, okay? So thank you for the divine seeds, and please allow these seeds to grow and bring in the feeling you want. This is going to be your magic formula for your Tesla code 369 method. Now you have your perfect statement, and you're going to write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times during the day, and 9 times at night. If your statement is a little bit too long, too much to write, you can just sit in meditation and slowly repeat them and pretending that you're writing them down in your mind. That's okay also. The most important thing is to leverage the 3, 6, 9 and understand that everything you want sprout from some seeds that you already have. You must cherish that. Otherwise, what you want is not gonna come into reality. If you could do what I just said, you're already way ahead of the curve, okay? But if you want to make this even more effective, I want to give you a bonus tip, so pay attention. This bonus tip is based on the ancient study of Chinese astrology. And you know that I'm a Chinese astrologer, and I spend a lot of time studying this ancient art. One very important part of the study of Chinese astrology is that we all have certain core energies, and core energies are based on the 5 elements in Chinese astrology. This is not a video about Chinese astrology, just so you know that you must belong to one of the 5 elements. And what I want you to do is to first identify your core energy. And you can do that by downloading my free Chinese astrology training kit. You can download it at choosinggratitude.net/decode. And in 15 minutes, you'll be able to understand what is your core energy. Let's say you're water, okay? So what I want you to do is to use the color of your core energy, okay? Because every core energy responds to colors differently. So let's say you are water. You're going to use blue paper or blue pen, okay? So if you are wood, you're gonna use a piece of green paper to write this. And if you are fire, try to use red paper or red pen. And if you're earth, try to use brown paper or brown pen. If you're metal, you can use a metallic pen. Or you can just use white paper and use a pencil. When you use the color that boosts your core energy, your manifestation power is also boosting. So try this, and this is going to add the power to your Tesla code 369 writing. But you know what? This is not the most important part, okay? The most important part is the feeling state and identifying the seeds that's already in your life and make that into your Tesla code 369 statement. Okay, so your statement and the feeling place are the most important part. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next video.